On today's spooky spot, we're having a look at LEGO Monster Fighters set 9462. We're looking today at the Mummy. This is a 90-piece set. As you can see, it features two minifigures and a delectably glow-in-the-dark horse. And I think that's very, very cool. On the front of the package, we've got one of the members of the Monster Fighters pursuing the Mummy with his mummy horse. Some sort of scorpion going on there, and the jewel. I don't know if it's a technical term for it. I haven't opened the box yet, but the Mummy comes with his purple jewel. With the, is that the Eye of Ra on the front? Who knows? If it isn't, I'm sure somebody will tell me. God bless you. You guys will probably tell me down below. This is a neat set, though. This set cost me, I believe it cost me about $12 at Toys R Us. Give or take $1 here and there. On the side of the box, there is the actual size of the Mummy minifigure that comes in this set. And certainly on the back, a little setup here, a little breakdown of all the figurines. You can also see the fact that not only the horse, but the front of the Mummy appears to glow in the dark. Up the very top. Oh, Dracula, you evil monster, you. Indicated 9468, not included in box, but you have Dracula collecting the rare gemstones, acquiring the Mummy's gemstone. Mummy's not too fond, I think, of the fact that Dracula totally took his stone. But do be cautious, Mummy, because it looks like Dracula is hurling the moon. The giant moon he is hurling. If Dracula has power to do that, he is unstoppable. I don't know what the Monster Fighters are going to do, but down below we have a fantastic poster. I love the look of that poster. We've got the Monster Fighters on the one side, the Legion of Evil on the other side. That's a nice picture. But that is the box. If you have the guts to stick around, what I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to open this up, put it together, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Monster Fighters set 9462, The Mummy. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. As with every other LEGO set, the Monster Fighters set 9462 does come with an instruction manual. You would think so. Obviously, that allows us as the collector and as children out there to build the set. Some nice detail work on the front. You can see the horse as well as the Mummy are glowing in the dark, which I think is very cool. But yes, instruction manual is key. It allows us to build this. By the way, this set took Spot roughly about maybe 15 minutes to put together. It really wasn't a hard set to put together, but definitely a very enjoyable set to build nonetheless. Moving that aside, let's have a look at the actual minifigures that come with this set. For starters, we have the Mummy. I think with the box, and actually even like the manual right there, the Mummy, the fact that he's glowing in the dark, it almost looks like he's only got printing on the front of the actual minifigure, and on the back he's got squat. Luckily, he does actually have back printing on the front printing on the minifigure, as well as some on the back as well. Nothing on the head, but still pretty good. I really like his face. He's really creepy looking. Kind of reminds me of the Mummy from the Monster Squad. That poor boy had the Mummy in his closet. His dad didn't even believe him. Didn't even look. At least a courtesy to your son. Look in the closet. Don't just like hold the closet door open and stand in front of the monster and go, ooh, look at the monster. Look in the closet. You're there. Commit to it. Anyways, I digress. The whole front print, as well as the face of the Mummy, does glow in the dark. I don't know if I'm going to actually get it to glow. It probably won't. Not really. You kind of have to have it up to the light. Maybe I'll try to do that later. After we look at, obviously, the rest of the set. We'll have a look maybe at that later. So you have the Mummy. Not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. It's actually probably one of the more cooler minifigures from this set. I prefer it certainly a lot more than the Sea Monster, that's for sure. Next up, the other minifigure that we get in the set is Ann Lee. No, not the person that directed the Hulk. That's Ang Lee. This is Ann Lee. Or as I like to call her, Wilma. Wilma Flintstone, totally not taking it anymore. She's like, no, no, Fred, no, you take the cat out. As she holds her crossbow. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Wilma because she's kind of got, it's an arrow, but, you know, kind of looks like a bone, and the hair is kind of very similar. Speaking of hair, was very interesting to find that the hair on her is a soft, rubbery plastic. I really wasn't expecting it. On the one side, you can see that she's got a scar on her face, kind of got a partial smirk. On the other side, a much more serious look. I don't know, I kind of prefer the smirk. I just kind of like the smirk a little bit more. I'm going to assume that these are arrows that she does come with. Somewhat ironic, the fact that the arrow that's on the crossbow is much smaller. But she does hold it, no doubt for sticking into the heart. Would he have even a heart by now of the mummy? I really like this minifigure though, quite a bit. Despite the fact that she is fighting the zombie, apparently she is prepared for battling vampires, because as you can see, she's got a little clove of garlic. Is that garlic? I'm going to assume it's garlic. Hanging from her belt. She also got a little corset going on there. Kind of looks like she's wearing a dress by the way that the corset and then this kind of comes out. But the fact that she's got legs, I guess she's wearing pants. This outfit looks very similar to Kate Beckinsale's in that horrible movie Van Helsing. Don't worry, Spot's not going to make any more references to Van Helsing during this year's Spooky Spots. I did enough of it, what, year before? Was it the year before or the year before that? I don't know. I don't remember. I like this minifigure quite a bit, though. Oh, and also, if you are wondering, the other arrow does come out of her hair, but it, as you can see, it's curled, so you might as well just keep it in there. Why not, right? Why not? There it is. There's Ann Lee. Having a look at the actual pieces, the actual things that you had to build. For starters, we have Ang Lee's, I almost said Ang Lee, Ann Lee's little helicopter. It's small. It's like that guy from The Road Warrior, his helicopter. You know, I was really surprised the fact that these little side pieces, I was surprised that these weren't flick fire missiles. Really, really surprised, actually. I know Lego likes to slap them all over the place. She has a hook on the front. She has a little piece on the front that looks like it can clip to something. But there is nothing actually even in the instructions or on the pictures that show what can go on here. I suppose if you wanted to, you can use your imagination. Why not? That's what it's there for. You could use your imagination and you could have one of her hooks there, one of her arrows. Doesn't quite look right that way. Doesn't quite look right that way either, but who knows? Who really knows what that's there for? Some joysticks going on there. Let's actually take Ann Lee and put her in the seat of the helicopter. Luckily, her hair just clears that propeller. That would be a horrible sight to see her lift off and then her head roll over there. Oh, that would be horrible. But a cute little small vehicle. Doesn't really do very much. It's got little landing legs there, landing feet, but still a pretty neat looking vehicle. Fairly inexpensive vehicle. I mean, for this set's fairly inexpensive anyways. You get a pretty good vehicle. Moving that aside, obviously the real meat and potatoes of this set would be the chariot of the mummy. This was a neat little thing to put together. For starters, we have a skeletal horse. You could technically take the horse off, like so, but you see where this piece snaps into place, kind of makes him look very hollow. Well, he's hollow anyways because he's all skeletal, but there's a little area right here. They also have flames coming out of the skeletal horse's eyes. That's not pleasant. On the instructions, actually, they have... It's funny, on the instructions they actually have the flames going this way, but on the box art and on the manual, the flames are actually going this way, which makes sense. If it is fire, it's controlled by the air, and if the horse is running, the flames obviously would be pointing that way. But much like the skeletal mummy, the skeletal horse does also glow in the dark. Really, really nice indeed. We'll snap that back into place, like so. There we go. Some of the other details on the chariot. He has removable spears. Removable spears. There we go. It's actually the same spear that came with the swamp creature, except these are more of a pewter gray, slightly metallic actually, and they just snap into either side, I guess, of these. I never remember the names of it. The pieces that actually connect to the horse, that connect from the chariot. It looks like he's got some sort of lanterns going on there. I really like these too. These are some angled horns on the front of the chariot. They're actually soft too. They're a soft, very similar material to the hair of Ann Lee. It's that kind of pliable, rubbery plastic. Some chariot wheels that roll very easily. There's the back of the chariot. So you can actually take, what, you can't see? Let's zoom back a bit. I apologize. You can take the mummy, and peg him in the back. There you have the mummy riding his chariot. He has this really sick, not sick like sick, but like sick, sweet, sick, really cool style of sickle or bladed sword on the back of his chariot. There's actually 2 peg holes there. I mean, even if you wanted to, you could take the spears and have the spears on either side. Be certainly more symmetry there. You can put the very large sword in his hand. And I really don't think anyone's going to be messing with Mummy here when you got a big frickin' sword like that. Look how awesome that is. Really, for the most part, I like this set quite a bit. It's not one of the more expensive sets for the Monster Fighters, but you get a lot going on with it. Oh, and also, as a side note, let's not obviously forget about the Moonstone. We got the Moonstone here. Again, is that the Eye of Ra on the front. This is the purple Moonstone, which, resourcing LegoMonsterFighters.com, apparently, the purple Moonstone has the ability to magnify curses. So I guess there has to be existing curses for this Moonstone to work. It really should have said it has the ability to create curses, as not so much to magnify existing curses, but once again, it's a translucent, transparent plastic, as you can see there. A light-up feature would have been awesome. Perhaps, I don't have the castle, but maybe the castle has an option to light these up. When you have collected all the Moonstones, they can all light up. That would be very nice indeed. And then he can control the moon. The moon! I really like this set quite a bit. I was going to say, if you really want an inexpensive set that really has a lot going on with it, I would definitely consider getting this set indeed, the Mummy. First of all, you get 2 really good minifigures, you get a really nice looking chariot, and you get a fun little side helicopter going on. I think I'm going to give this set right here, a very terrifying 8. If you can find it, I would definitely say worth picking up. And again, let's just holding it off camera here. Hold, hold, hold. I just want to see if these actual glow in the dark. Let me just turn off the lights. Now you can see that the horse is glowing a little bit in the dark. Pretty neat though indeed. Definitely worth picking up. Today's spooky spot, we were having a look at the Monster Fighters set 9462. Right there, there's the box. Today we're having a look at the Mummy. Thanks for watching as you always do, guys. Certainly stick around, more spooktacular, spooky spots coming your way. And I'll see you guys next time. Woo!